up the top stars from Hollywood and from all over the world to entertain you on a giant screen with a few colorful motion pictures you've been hearing about and reading
It's
about.
showtime, folks. Enjoy the show.
We're delighted to have you with us. They're drive-in theater.
You'll find something to please you to add to your evening's enjoyment.
Is pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Oh, what's up, dudes? Hey,
Dudettes.
all those
Ladies,
people.
people.
Oh, man. You remember this? All right, we can fade it down. There we go. Do you remember that, guys? Some of you live streamers have never, ever got to heard our theme song before. What's up, DSR? What's up, McLean? What's up, Vince? That was our radio show theme song, and it's weird. We're trying to, slowly get this show. Yes, I got a haircut. Check it out. Ooh, blue steel. Camera 1, camera 2. Yeah, camera 1. You I can't catch it. It's well. Anyway, we're trying to incorporate elements from the radio show into this live broadcast to make it more fun, make it more exciting, and I had a weird ball spot going on here. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. And so welcome. We've got a cool show for you lined up tonight. We are going to be talking about movies, as we always do. I'm the boom operator.
I'm the grip.
AKA, I think we should just start going by our real names now that we're like not in radio. I mean, don't you think that'd be like a thing that we should do?
I mean,
because then we can get like famous.
Maybe. Oh, really?
I mean, right?
People get famous with fake names.
Well, yeah. I mean, true. I mean,
Madonna.
Yeah.
Gaga.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Prince. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of work.
Was Prince
to do,
not
though.
his real name? I think Prince was his
goes
first
back
name.
far enough that who knows? Who knows? But anyway, we're here and we're going to be talking about movies. I didn't get a chance to go to the theater this week because life. I did start watching this new series on Netflix that we'll talk about later. It's the love pornography robot cussing show or whatever it is. I've watched half of season 1. We're going to be talking about that. But what did you check out this week? I know you went to the theaters.
Yeah, dude. I watched Captive State.
And were you a captive audience?
I mean, I guess we'll get to that in the review.
Whoa, suspense. Right? So we're going to be talking about that later in the show. But we're going to be talking about some news. It's South by Southwest is going on right now. I don't know if anybody gives a crap about South by Southwest. South by Southwest is one of those things that has grown to such this sizable mass that everything that's a part of it has gotten so like soggy and watered down that it just, I don't care. Like, the interesting thing, everybody wants to do a film festival these days. And in fact, tomorrow morning, I'm waking up bright and early to go interview some people from the Bentonville Film Festival, which is like the new film festival here in Northwest Arkansas that it got started in a town that doesn't even have a movie theater. I mean, they built a movie theater a couple of years after this festival started.
Last year.
Yeah, built it last year. And it's not even a good theater. I mean, if you're out there watching Starlight Theater, I applaud you for what you're doing, but your screen's not that great. Your sound's not that great. And if I'm going to be paying them prices, you need to step up your game. It's like the novelty of being able to drink a beer in a movie theater is gone. Like we broke that a couple of years ago. But this theater, catching up. But film festivals, I don't know.
Oh, I'm just saying, Vince said he's watching season 2 of The Orville, and
it's good.
If you aren't watching Orville, you're messing up, man. You're really messing up. Season 2 has been pretty solid.
Did you get to that cliffhanger 2-parter episode?
Oh, dude, I'm up
Did
to
you see the
everything
second
except
part?
for last week. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen the second part yet.
What?
I know.
No, dude, that's the one that I'm talking about the most right now.
Gosh, because dude, cliffhanger central. I was like, what? No.
They brought in battles this season. You get to see big space battles, like on the level of DS9 Dominion Wars. Oh man, Yeah, the Orville's super good. Season 1 is fantastic. Super great.
Season 2 is also pretty daggum good.
Yeah, it started off a little slower, but they've really found a good groove right now. And it's the show to watch for sure.
It is. Why did Strong Girl leave? That was a.
I think it's probably a choice.
What was
by
her
the
name?
actress.
Kara Strong Girl. I like Strong Girl. I'm gonna go with that. But I think it was a contract thing. She got signed on some other movies, and her career's starting to pick up. And shooting schedules were problematic. And
Yeah, I'm
so
sure
they wrote her. They wrote her out. I mean, she's always welcome to come back, from what I read, and also what they said in the show.
Yeah, the way they did that with the character. Oops, spoilers. But
And I did read some interviews, and they said that she wasn't getting fired, and she was like, "Look, I'm not leaving because I have to. It's just it's not working right now with my schedules."
probably the delay in filming because the time between seasons 1 and 2 was just so extensive.
Monstrous.
Yeah.
But she was a great character. Everybody on that show is really good. And funny thing, Vince, now that you're watching the show, for those of you that always like the old boom operator personal Hollywood stories, what's her name that plays the doctor? You're better with
Yeah,
these
the
names.
wife of Cisco from DS9.
From DS9. Yeah. What's her real name?
I don't know.
She has like a 3-part name. It's like Mary Johnson, something Johnson.
Yeah, Mary Johnson.
Mary Johnson.
So not nice.
Hey God, let me see if I can look her up. I don't know, one of you dinglings in the chat that's not having to host a show with 3 cameras.
Not dinglings.
It's
fans of the show.
Mary Johnson. I know it's something Johnson. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna find it. I'm trying to think.
Mary Beth, Mary Joe, Mary Jane.
No, I want to use my brain, but it's not. It's just drawing a blank here, and I'm trying to think of this other movie that she was in, and now I can't think of it either. Penny Johnson Gerald. See, Johnson was in there. I knew it was Mary Johnson, but Penny Johnson Gerald. Yes, I worked with her on a movie a few years back. I can't think of the name of the movie that I worked on either. It was Parker's Anchor was the name of the movie, and she was like she was a character in the movie, and she was super nice. She came into set, and she is in real life was nothing like her character on the Orville. But yes, she was in 24 as well. But she was super great to work with, and she treated everybody on the crew with respect. And what?
This isn't the same story that I've heard before.
Are you sure? No, you're thinking of that movie that I worked with the other guy with the eyeballs.
The white hair guy that's the bad guy and everything.
That's a super jerk face.
Walking Tall, starring The Rock. Hey, look at this. Look at what I wore for you in the show.
Man,
look, he's not on a bee.
That dude was such a jerk.
Yeah.
He was such a jerk. I mean, okay, so
You're talking about the bad guy from Arrow season 3 or 4 or whatever. Slash the dude from Band of Brothers.
Yeah, that guy.
Slash the bad guy from Walking Tall.
That guy's a dick. He is a huge jerk. He's such a jerk that I can't think of his name either. But yeah, Penny Johnson Gerald, she was really awesome to work with. So anyway, that's not what are we even talking about? We're talking about South by Southwest. We're talking about film festivals. We were talking about things.
Well, I got excited about the Orville, man, because it's something to be excited about, man.
It's very good.
It's a better Star Trek than the Star Trek that we have right now. So.
That's absolutely true. But these film festivals, going back to these film festivals, what these film festivals have all become is these sort of pilot projects for indie films to try and get bought up by Amazon and Netflix, and then maybe some, a little bit of theatrical distribution. Is our Facebook working? I don't know. I'm not seeing any Facebook chatties.
On the YouTubers.
It's all the YouTubers. But hey, like and subscribe. Hey, there's Facebook. But yeah, these film festivals, it's all celebrity sightings now, and you used to be able to go to these film festivals. You could go to Telluride, you could go to Sundance, you could go to South by Southwest, you could go to all these film festivals, and if you just bought a ticket, which would be like a couple of $100, and you go and you could check out these movies, and like anybody could go. But now you have to like get credentials on top of credentials, or the tickets are like $4,000, and people don't even go to watch the movies. They go to see if they can sit next to like Spike Lee or whatever, which the previous host, The Grip, he ended up one year in South by Southwest sitting right next to Spike Lee.
Wait, which one?
Spike Lee.
No,
Spike Lee.
Which co-host?
The Grip. Not The Grip. The Gaffer.
The Gaffer, yeah.
Yeah, and but that's all it's turned into. Even the Bentonville Film Festival here in Northwest Arkansas, it's like nobody actually goes to the movies, which is really sad because some of the movies are really good, but people are just like, I got this lanyard, so I want to go and see if I can, like, I don't know, is Donald Glover here? Can I go get my picture taken with him? Is what's her name going to throw the baseball at the ballpark again? Because remember, League of Their Own? Yeah, let's go see that 4 times each year. So anyway,
you ever see the South Park episode about
Soto Sopa?
No, about like Sunset or whatever. Where they do the film festival in South Park.
I didn't check that one out.
Oh man, it's from way back, but it's pretty much like that. They touch on how ridiculous the film festival industry was getting.
Well, it's
then,
it's lost. It's lost its way. Is all I'm saying. So, South by Southwest, there's some cool stuff going on. The What We Do in the Shadows debuted, the TV show. They debuted that. Us debuted out there, getting really good reviews coming out. A lot of people talking about what else is Tread is this new documentary that everybody's been talking about. Booksmart and Highwaymen, which the new Woody Harrelson joint is out there.
You know what about Us getting good reviews? I want to wait and see until people really start watching it. Give it a couple weeks after theatrical release.
Yeah, after like all the back patters get done watching it.
Yeah, because Jordan Peele is on such his like big high after
untouchable high.
Yeah, after his first feature film that he did. What was it? Get Out. You know?
Get Out.
So following Get Out, there's going to be so many people that are just like, oh, it's good because it has to be good. I want to see what it's like after that has settled and people are like,
well, and also Pet Sematary was screened this time, and they said that this is probably going to be one of 2019's best horror movies.
You know what?
Which I don't know.
I'm going to say something about the movie I watched last night. I'm tired of seeing creepy ass trailers and nothing but creepy trailers before my movie.
Why?
Because I'm not going to watch creepy movies. I don't like creepy movies. I don't want to see anything creepy. It creeps me out, man. I don't want that. But every single trailer before my movie last night.
Well, you went to go see like a sci-fi action adventure. Of course it was going to be creepy trailers.
Well,
that's the target demographic, my dude.
I don't know about action adventure, but there was sci-fi in there for sure. But no, dude, everything was creepy except for one thing. One trailer.
And it was?
Dude, starring my boy, The Rock here. The Fast and Furious Presents. And it was extended trailer, and I got more and more hyped on it. And the smile on my face was so big. Dude, the friend I was watching the movie with was uncomfortable at how happy I was about the trailer for that.
I was going to give you a gift today.
Were you?
And now I just don't think I can. It's like, and look at your shirt.
Yeah.
Like.
Sick, right?
Thank you.
Ouch, man.
I don't know. Speaking of lame shit,
dude, I almost went to watch the kids movie. I almost watched.
Oh, the Wonder Park,
just because nothing else in the theater looked appealing, and it seemed like you knew what you were in for. It's like, oh, kids movie, and it's gonna be goofy and attempt to be touching, and Kenan Thompson's in it. But instead, I watched Captive State because I'm an adult.
Yeah, because you're an adult and you went to a movie about like alien space monsters. But anyway, going back to the stuff that happened in the news, did you hear about this? James Gunn You know, they were talking about, well, Suicide Squad, it's not going to be a sequel. It's going to be a completely total reboot because I guess Will Smith's not going to be in it anymore. Idris Elba's going to take that role. But in other James Gunn news, just like I said a couple of years ago, or what, last year, Disney's welcoming him back for Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I saw the meme about it. I saw like the
casting him out for tweets of tweets most foul or most triggered, and yeah, everyone was like, "No, we're gonna get him out of here," and then people were like, "No, get him back," and then everything was bad, and then they were like, we really want that Guardians money, so.
There was a great trailer or a great meme for that where Disney's like, "Get out of here. I'm done with you." And it's like this guy and he's pouting. And then someone goes, "Hey, great news. DC hired James Gunn." And then the next frame is Disney being like, "Wait, come back. I need you."
Yeah, basically.
it's like, I'm done with you forever.
It's the classic, like, you know, X thing, you know. It's the Megan skit from Key and Peele where it's like, Megan, I'm out of here. I hate you. Go away. But Megan, your sweater. All right, fine. I'm out. Wait. Yeah. Megan, get in the car, Megan. James Gunn, quit tweeting. But anyway, Disney, of course, just waited until the dust settled a little bit. And then, hey, all systems go. Roseanne's probably not coming back because they've already started a new show without her. But I would not put it past them to, if the waters got a little more warm, they could just dip that little finger in there.
Well, hasn't Roseanne done the dream sequence before? The entire last season of the original run was like, John was dead, and then at the end they're like, "Oh no, he wasn't," because that depressed people.
It was. That's the thing with Hollywood, guys. It could change at any second based on our whims.
Yeah.
And so, you know,
Vince, good point, man. Disney does own Star Wars now, so they have Jedi mind tricks.
Yeah, exactly.
Under their trademark. So
this was not the director we were looking for. But yeah, so to AFC 230, I think, you know, seeing him go to DC, it was just like, I can't even believe it, James Gunn hanging out with that other studio, and like, But,
wow, way sassy.
But Disney, you didn't even like him anymore. Like, you totally broke up. Yeah, but that's not the point. And then,
why is Disney so spicy?
Because Disney is spicy. You seen anything coming out of it? Did you see that extended Aladdin trailer?
Dude, it hurts. It hurts to watch it. That's how I reacted on Facebook post, was with the throw up emoji, and they're like, "But why? Why do you feel like that?"
Well, and here's the thing, and I was talking to our studio director over here, operating the Faux Labs, Chun over here. We were talking about it. I showed him the trailers. Did you see this pile of shit? And he was like, "No, I hadn't even seen any of it." And I was like, "Yeah, well, check out this steaming crap." And we're watching it, and he was just like, "Oh, they're gonna mess up our childhood." And I go, "Not only are they going to ruin our childhood, like the perfect thing that was Aladdin, but youth of today."
Was Aladdin perfect?
It was pretty damn good. Like, pretty damn good.
I mean, I did spend hours and hours and hours throwing apples at buttholes on Super Nintendo. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we were talking about the Super Nintendo game too.
Because there's like the big beefy guard dude, and you just hit him with an apple, and then he's dazed, and then he like comes out of it, so you just hit him with an apple. I would do that for hours, just like knock this dude out, because that was my entertainment on Aladdin.
Dude,
was
in the Aladdin SNES game. And so, you know, the thing about the original Aladdin is it was so good that we're still talking about it. We're still talking about it to this day.
Like, well,
we need to make a new one for a new generation. No, shut up. You need to make one for your wallet. That's the only one you're making it for. Because guess what? This generation could just as easily watch that great one, and we could pass down this legacy film that is timeless because it's animated. And so it's, you know, but no, that we can't make billions of dollars off of it.
The Wachowskis making a Fantasia.
Girlfriends booty be all wrapped up in licious, all wrapped up.
I like that sound.
Wow, what a sound clip. Dude, Wachowski's making a Fantasia remake would be like,
well, basically
the mops and the water splashes, and Mickey like bullet times it.
But here's the thing: is Disney's basically going there because do you know who's directing Aladdin? Guy Ritchie.
Is that the director of
Yes.
that movie?
And
Guy Ritchie was like, yo, oh yeah, because Street Urchin, duh.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, of course.
I forgot.
So like Aladdin's gonna come out and be like, "Oi, oh no, you get a lamp, croaky, blaps."
And he's gonna wear the body cam and run through the streets and then
just,
throw apples
throwing
at people.
apples at guards. Like, yeah, and it's gonna be quick cuts, and it's all of a sudden like it's gonna be starring Aladdin, and it's gonna be like illustrated, and it's gonna be stupid, and then like, ooh, is that Mortal Kombat? Every one of the Genie songs is gonna be just like, you ain't never had a friend like me. This is gonna be Will's
Getting jiggy with it.
getting wishy with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what? This movie would actually be pretty sick if it was just like re-lyricked Will Smith songs where he's like,
Okay, instead of read lyric Genie songs, but re-lyricked Will Smith songs.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's just gonna be
like when the Sultan or Jafar's
Prince
like,
Ali, handsome is he Ali Baba, Yeah, that's all of them.
when someone's like, oh, you can't get your freak on with Jasmine.
I lost my water. Wiki wow, wow, Middle East. Yes.
Yeah. Or like, they're gonna be like, parents just don't understand when he shows up as the
Sultans
prince.
just don't understand.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
It's true.
Yeah, and he's yeah.
Man, I don't know. It just looks so stupid. And everyone's like,
Oil lamp. I don't light it. I just live in it. It's for the look. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Getting wishy with it. No.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. His new album's gonna be like he's the prince.
Open
I'm the
sesame,
DJ.
so says me. Ha ha ha. You know what I'm talking about? Let's write these songs. Dude, Corey, it'd be sick. It would be the best movie. And I would watch it every day of my life forever.
Oh God, you're killing me.
Yo, what if they put... There's going to be a scene where Aladdin is in a chair and Genie spins it and it's him like Fresh Princing, like just spinning in the circle.
Well, dude, it's the new Fresh Prince of, what was it? What was the name of the town they were in? Balima. I don't know. What was it? Come on. Somebody help me out here. It was, somebody's got to know. Yeah. I mean, there's only so many things I can remember right off the top of my head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was, no, it doesn't matter. But anyway.
I think it would be the best.
Yeah, Fresh Prince of...
Just like a whole movie that's the end scene, like the music video at the end of Men in
Agrabah.
Black. There it is.
Yeah, there we go. I knew I'd get it. Fresh Prince of Agrabah. Yeah. And the new album will be like, he's the prince, I'm the genie. I'm the rapper, he's the DJ. Yeah. I wish Jazzy Jeff would be in this movie.
Maybe he is.
If Jazzy Jeff is carpet.
Just getting thrown. No, he's going to be Apu because they're going to grab him and they're going to throw him out of the door.
He's going to go, whoa!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then him and Genie are going to come up and be like,
Oh, man.
they're going to go,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Dude, R.I.P. Uncle Phil.
Dude, I know, right? Did you guys see the serious Fresh Prince trailer that's floating around the internet right now?
Not yet.
Oh man, it's pretty good.
Some start of Will. Yeah.
Some amateur filmmakers made a fake trailer and to a very serious Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and it's actually really, really good.
Was it starring the main character from Leprechaun in the Hood? Because the little screen cap looked like it was the Leprechaun in the Hood main character
The fact that you were just like, oh yeah, Leprechaun in the Hood, of course that guy. Like who? Warwick Davis?
No, not that main character.
Yeah.
The main character that plays a human. The leader of the Post, man. His name was Post. He was the
When's
leader.
the last time you watched Leprechaun in the Hood?
Dude, I plead the fifth on that one.
Well, okay, fair point.
When's the last time you watched Leprechaun Back to the Hood?
Wait, is that the sequel to Leprechaun
Yeah,
in the Hood?
Leprechaun 5, yeah.
Was Warwick Davis? Did Warwick Davis agree to that?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, in news, more of moving on to news. It is confirmed Taika Waititi is furthering talks with Apple Streaming to do the Time Bandit show. I know we teased about it last week, but guess what? You're not going to see it because who wants to subscribe to Apple streaming TV service? Apple TV still sucks, and give it up, Apple. Just let somebody else have it. I still stand by my statement. Give that money to Terry Gilliam. And also, if you haven't bought your tickets, I'm going to say this every show until April 10th. If you haven't bought your tickets to The Man Who Killed Don Quixote, one night showing April 10th at your local Fathom Events showing theater, get those tickets. See this movie. Let's show them that Terry Gilliam. Well, see, okay.
Fathom events tend to be pretty packed, man.
They do, but this is a thing that I think is very important. That Terry Gilliam is the kind of director that we need to go see his movie in theaters, because a lot of Terry Gilliam's movies, they get made and he struggles and he struggles and he makes them, and then they come out, and like 10 years later, after everybody's kind of decided to see it, they're like, I guess I'll watch it. Then it becomes this huge cult classic. And it's like, dude, this guy's still making movies and he's still alive. And so much of his portfolio of movies have become classics, like modern classics. And we're still not going, oh, we got to get in the theater to see the next one. And like, ooh, it's probably going to be weird. I'm going to let all the people vet it and let it get all the reviews and let it go through the thing. And then I'll remake it. Make sure that it's got a cult following. And man, just go see it. Yeah, $20 a seat, but in our case, $13.95 a seat, but you'll only need the footrest. Yeah.
It costs this much for the seat, but you only need the edge.
The edge. This April. Yeah. Do I think there will be a Don Quixote posters in dorms someday? I mean,
what are the posters of movies that people put up? It's always like Scarface and Leon
Pulp
the Professional.
Fiction. What's that?
Reservoir Dogs.
You remember when Boondock Saints was like the dorm poster, and Animal House?
Do people still do that?
It says college on his shirt.
Yeah, but
they don't even know why they're putting that poster up. They go, "Oh, it's college guy."
Let's say I don't think people are that cool.
So speaking of how people how meme culture has made us all more stupid, I'm gonna put my cousin on blast here, but my cousin, it was my birthday recently, and he came into the bar, and he came and we did a big high five. We did one of these, and then we held it, and I was like,
pushing too many pencils.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, looks like they got you pushing too many pencils, Dylan.
All right, God damn it.
Yeah. And then he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, pushing too many pencils, Dylan. You son of a bitch. and he's like, what are you talking about?
Why'd you call me son of a bitch?
And I was like, no, here, it's from Predator. It's a great scene. And I pulled my phone out and I showed him the scene. And then he's like, oh, the handshake meme. Oh, no. And I'm like, ah! And my face did the melty thing from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I was like, and I was like, how do you, and I was like, wait a second. There's a whole generation of people that think that that's just a picture that people made a funny caption to, but not understanding the amazing context of.
Well, that's why they'll never be a sexual tyrannosaurus like me.
Like me.
Yeah. You know what? Shout out to my friend Aaron. Aaron Anders, if you like professional wrestling, check him out. He's actually very good, super awesome, very talented wrestler. He and I have been friends for a very long time, and whenever we run into each other, we have several different handshakes, one of them being the Predator handshake, and the other being Hercules handshake.
Oh, Hercules handshake.
Yeah, dude.
It's right
forearm
there.
grips.
Forearm grips.
So see, you get it. Yeah.
Everybody knows the Hercules handshake.
Got the Hercules, got Predator. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was the Fresh Prince that we just did. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So,
I don't know. This stuff is important. And, I mean...
Fresh Prince, you got to hit the... You got to get full on, Yeah.
I don't know. But these kids these days, they don't know the reference. They don't know the reference. It's like, why would you put this thing on your wall if you don't know what it was? But going back to how awesome my cousin is, the next day he came in and he's like, oh, I got you a birthday gift. And I was like, what was it? And it was like in this poster tube. He rolled it out, and it was the blown up, like, painting version of the Predator handshake. And he was like, yeah, for your wall. And I was like, yeah.
Sam, how awkward was your pottery experience with your ghost reference? Were you getting like turned on like Swayze was there with you, or it's like what's going on with that?
I don't know if I want to go to that.
Yeah, were you Demi Moore, or were you trying to Swayze everyone in the pottery class, and you were coming up behind them, and they're like, "Get off me, weirdo."
I like how Roadhouse memes are finding their way back to the internet too. Patrick Swayze, good.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Someone recently posted a thing about Patrick Swayze and Roadhouse because St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you forget about Sam Elliott in that movie, shame on you.
Dalton
Was Swayze.
Dalton was Swayze, but what was the other guy's name? There it is. I have a poster of that now in my well, not yet in my house, but for my house. So yeah, there it is. The epic Predator handshake. Yeah, what was his name? His name was...
If you wouldn't have asked me, I had it in my head just a second ago.
Is there a skinny son of a bitch named Dalton working here?
And yeah, it's my best.
He fights Whoopi.
Johnny Dalton.
He fights
Wade. There you go. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you. He fights Terry Funk in that movie, man.
He does fight Terry Funk in that movie. I forgot about that. And Sam Elliott is no spry spring bunny, but he did some of those choreography jams.
You ever watched any of the Louis L'Amour movies he's in, man?
That was back in the day, though.
Dude, if you want to watch a good Western, check out The Shadow Riders.
Look at that. Look at that. See, I need that shirt. Come on, man. Get me that. Subscribe to my... I feel like we need to be like cam dudes and be like, buy us stuff off our wish list. And then we'll put all this like dumb 80s. This is movie memorabilia on there. And maybe all these guys will buy us some stuff.
I'm not going to be a cam
We don't
dude.
have to, we are cam dudes. We are literally, by definition, cam dudes. Yeah. But, I mean, I'm not asking to get naked. Although, if it's going to bring us a lot of money, I'll go in the other room and you get naked.
Me? Yeah, well, what am...
You're the one with the mustache.
What does that mean?
And the hair.
You got the fresh. You got the fresh cut.
No, dude, but you could take the hair down and be like, wow. Yeah, what's that? What's that Van Halen?
Why is "Beautiful Girl" the song for?
Yes, beautiful girls. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, can we get a little Van Halen, "Beautiful Girls"?
I like how I can nail that song from you screeching guitar noises at me.
And you're like, oh yeah, "Beautiful Girls," Van Halen. Duh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. There it is, right there.
Yeah. You know what, man? Hey.
Beautiful girl. He's a Muppet, man.
Yeah. Just like Ella Fitzgerald. Yeah. Fun story about Van Halen. When I was a kid growing up, my dad had all these Van Halen videos on tape, and I would watch them constantly. And
Vincent,
Michael
you're
Anthony,
talking about Schmidt's gay.
The bass player there, he had a T-shirt that says "poop" and it's in like a comic book explosion.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted that shirt.
Yeah. See, if we were
Morning Zoo crew.
Yeah. So yeah, Vince, that sketch was the Schmidt's gay, the classic Adam Sandler, Chris Farley.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where they have the pool party and it's like Bud Light.
So actually, you were correct. So if you want, this is why we're the hosts of Driving Speed Rock. So Fun fact about that sketch is when that sketch originally aired, because Saturday Night Live airs live, and so they aired that sketch with the intro to Van Halen's "Beautiful Girls" playing. But after that, they got popped with a bunch of copyright stuff by whoever owns the rights to that, and so when they put it into syndication and on the DVD series, they had to actually change the song, and so it's like one of those, karaoke versions that's just like 3 notes off and a little bit stupid sounding. And so it's like blue to ding 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 ding, and you're like, is that kind of close or is it kind of not?
The original airing actually had Van Halen?
Yeah. And then they got in trouble for it. Yeah, but you can't find it anywhere, online with the original music. But there you go. Hey, I like that sound clip. We need a lot of those.
Yeah, I was about to say that'd get played so often on this show.
Actually, yeah. But anyway, all right. Well, it's 9:00. Let's talk about movies that are coming out in theaters this week, because we still got a movie to review.
Oh, that's true.
So coming in theaters this week, there's only like one real big one. There's a couple of limited release movies. There's another Hindi like Bollywood film coming out for.
Hopefully we'll get. We haven't got the past few of them.
Do we not? We're not going to get Mardo Dadnin Hata, which is the new one coming in.
Is that okay?
Mardo Dadnahin Hota. I'm trying to pronounce it how you're supposed to. You get mad at me when I mispronounce it, and then I'm trying to pronounce it right, and then you get mad at me when I'm trying to pronounce it right. I'm sorry. God. But it's coming out in limited release. And then Hotel Mumbai is coming out in limited release as well, from director Anthony Morris. And Army Hammer is that. It's based on the true story of the Taj Hotel terrorist attack in Mumbai, and where it's like the hotel staff kind of risk their life to keep everyone safe as, shit goes haywire.
It's kind of surprising to see him in more less advertised low-key movies like that after the runaway success of Call Me By Your Name. Because I thought that was going to be Army Hammer's like, hey, you guys, I'm sorry for Lone Ranger. Not my fault. I was actually good in that movie.
Yeah.
But here's
it was
this
out of his control
artsy movie about things that are uncomfortable for people. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, praise you.
Sad gun stuff.
Here's the awards. I thought he'd be in more high-profile movies by now again.
Army Hammer's cool.
Yeah, no, Army.
I do like Army Hammer.
Fun fact, Lone Ranger is actually not a terrible movie until you see all of the parts with Johnny Depp and train chases.
That's true.
But the parts of it.
Did you ever watch Free Fire? Did you go to the theater and watch Free Fire?
Yeah, we watched it together.
I thought that
and it was like storming so hard it was difficult to hear the movie.
Yeah, Free Fire was good. That was a good jam.
That was the last good movie Brie Larson was in.
That's true. That's true. She was in that and was pretty good in that. But the biggest movie coming out that's actually probably going to give Brie Larson a run for her money, Captain Marvel herself, is what we were just talking about earlier, Jordan Peele's new film, Us, with Lupita Nyong'o, Elizabeth Moss, Winston Duke. And it's about a family's peaceful vacay and moving into a new neighborhood goes crazy when a bunch of, doppelgangers kind of show up and are like causing a muck. And there's probably a Shyamalan. He's our modern day Shyamalan. Is Jordan Peele. He's our Shyamalan right now. Can we just go ahead and say that?
Well, that's what I was saying. Wait until he gets 1 or 2 movies in and people are like, oh, you know what? Actually, I'm tired of this guy. Also, real quick, Sam, I can't wait for 2.0 to be out either because I did not get to see it when it was in theaters here.
You haven't seen it yet?
No, man.
You haven't seen 2.0? Oh, man. That movie's good. That movie's real good. But anyway, and we talked about it here on the show. So you want that inside scoop.
Well, because all of the showings of it were in like 3D only or something like that when we had it here. And actually it stars superstar Rajnikanth being like Tamil cinema superstar. And I need to see that. It's like the most expensive and most successful Indian movie ever made.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It knocked Bahubali off of the
Did it really?
of the throne. Yeah,
because Bahubali made a bunch of money.
Yeah, the first part that 2.0 is a sequel to was like the biggest movie, and then Bahubali came along, and then 2.0 ended the reign of Bahubali. Bahubali's good.
I say Jordan Peele clarified on Twitter that it is a horror. Well, was there a question that it wasn't a horror movie? I mean, pretty obvi.
Well, that's like they said Get Out was not a horror movie, right?
Yeah, it was.
It is totally
it's
a thriller.
totally a horror movie. There's blood, there's guts, there's body possession, there's brain surgery. That's a horror movie. Like, what are you talking about? Like, all horror movie. I mean, I think people are kind of forgetting what horror movies are. Like, horror movies are not monster blood and guts all the time. It's shit that's scary. It's a horror movie. You can have a horror movie that doesn't have any monsters in it. You can have a horror movie that doesn't have any blood and gore. I mean, look at Psycho, one of the most classic horror movies of all time. There's only blood in there once, and it's in the drain.
But it was also the first movie to show someone flushing a toilet.
That's also true. That's also
With their
some fun facts.
Dookie Toots. You could not put that
don't
on
put-
screen.
It was just like Citizen Kane was the first movie to ever show a ceiling in a movie.
Really?
Yeah,
they're
because-
like, what if instead of this set, it was like actually...
It's because he was doing a lot of upshots, and at the time they were not shooting in actual locations; they were shooting everything in studios, and none of the places had ceilings.
Right. Because how are you
And-
going to get your lighting if you have...
Right, and back then when they were shooting on black and white film, you needed a hell of a lot more lighting to actually get the proper exposures down. And so, yeah, it was just like massive studio lights all the time. But Orson Welles did it.
Oscars make all their own rules for whenever they want to use them, and that's why.
Yeah, because Oscars are bull crap. It's well,
It's like when Jethro Tull won the heavy metal album at the Grammys the first time they tried to do that, and then everyone was immediately like, okay, well, obviously this is trash.
yeah. Award shows, obviously, this is trash. What do you think? This is some sort of F around? This is a business.
This is a place of
Place
friggin'
of
business.
Not a.
Friggin' you can't even do it.
You
with
can't.
it. Yeah.
All right, so that's what's coming out in theaters this weekend. So yeah, let's get into the movie review portion of the show, and we're gonna need to talk about Captive State.
Oh, we're not going to keep talking about Citizen Kane, the movie that papers and books have all been written on.
Yo, Redbud. There you go. Spoiler alert.
Don't Google Redbud.
Yeah, I mean, safe search on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Rosebud is what it was.
It was Rosebud. I wanted people to Google Redbud.
Whatever.
Anyway, I'm mean like that. All right. Well, Captive State in theaters right now, directed by Rupert Wyatt. I don't know if you guys know anything about Rupert Wyatt, but he is a guy that was director of Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the newer one, and he was director and producer of this new film. And tell us a little bit about it.
Well, you kind of already got it there a minute ago, where you can have a movie without having the monsters. And this one is one of those. It's done in a real, it's kind of hard to pinpoint down because it's just real generic. It tries to be that like Children of Men style movie. It tries to be like a District 9.
That's what I was about to say. Was it like Neil Blomkamp's District 9?
A little bit, but with less exposure to the aliens. It tried to create an edge that it never honed to be there. So you get a pretty stereotypical, run-of-the-mill, just generic, spiceless sci-fi movie, but it's not a sci-fi. They just use sci-fi as a carrier to try and get some sort of political message out there that's lost in the mix just because it doesn't hit hard enough, but it's not present enough to be subtle. And is this making sense? I mean, do you know what I'm saying?
Was it just a movie about like government versus the people?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And really the aliens were just there so that they could be a target, and instead of the man or the government coming down and controlling the people. It was because aliens invaded and they took over Earth, and then
they used it as an excuse for
time,
more control.
Yeah, and at the beginning, it kind of does this thing where you see a computer being typed on. It's like an old green cursor and little letters
From Lost.
Yeah, kind of like a DOS like type thing going on, and you see the date in the corner, and that conveys the amount of time that the takeover has lasted.
So from the 80s till now?
No, it takes place in 2019. It takes place starting April next month. And then it progresses to like 2027, 28. Yeah, it's 9 years after first contact. So it was presentless, I guess. Everything was
John
predictable.
Goodman? He was a bad guy, right? Oh, shit.
I can't say.
Well, because I like him when he's playing bad guy roles.
Well, that's
because
one
he's
of the
like, you
things-
want to like him, and you're like, oh, but he's John Goodman.
His
But then he's like,
character-
I'm evil, guys.
So he's really the main focus of this movie. You have these two brothers, and
Did y'all
they-
ever see Fallen?
well, they try to make these two brothers the focus of this movie. Two guys who are growing up. It takes place in Chicago, and that's where one of the alien underground strongholds is. And you get these two brothers. One of them is the rebel, and his face is painted everywhere, and he's who everyone is looking up to, and the people use him as a symbol. And then the other brother who is not quite there, the younger brother who wants to be that. He looks up to his brother, but his main goal is to just live through strife. You know. But the main character is really John Goodman, and you get him going back and forth between, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? But it's also predictable that none of the fun of that or suspense of that character comes through. So in the end, you're like, oh, well, that went exactly the way that I anticipated it to go. And it just kind of ended up being a boring disappointment.
Well, that's kind of a bummer.
Well, I mean, about an hour in.
It seems like Neil Blomkamp needed to make this movie.
No, yeah, I mean, it would have been better if it was done that way. But about an hour into the movie, I had someone lean over and say, nothing has happened in this movie. It's like, you're right about that.
I hope it was someone you didn't even know.
No.
Because that would have been pretty great if just a guest was like, excuse me, are you as bored as I am? I'm like, well,
Yeah.
popcorn?
I think it wanted to be a movie that lasts and makes you think, and it's just not.
Not one.
It doesn't come through like that.
So I'm curious, totally unrelated to the movie, but I feel like this camera is like,
Yeah, forgettable for sure.
there we go, dark, light, dark.
I think they got John Goodman in there because of the Cloverfield thing, and it just...
Well, yeah, and John Goodman, again, that sort of duality, like,
Well, and he's so
do you like
good.
him, do you hate him?
Well, and he's so good at being characters that, yeah, you're just like, well, he's the best character ever. You know, like in Roseanne or something, where he's this most beloved of all characters. But then in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, where he's like the most despicable
evil,
person
evil as
you
hell.
can think of. Yeah.
Well,
and
like when I mentioned Fallen, have you ever seen Fallen?
I don't think I have.
It's an old, it's a 90s movie with John Goodman and then also Denzel Washington. And it's about this, an angel or a demon. I can't remember which one. Which is the one that goes and, is it Gabriel that goes and collects souls or something like that? I can't remember. I don't read a whole lot of Bible these days. But anyway.
Gabriel's an archangel that's purpose is like murk.
Yes, so I think it was
Bad
Gabriel.
guys.
Yeah.
Have you not?
Well, I haven't read the book.
Or Gabriel was a messenger. He's the one that was like, hey,
whatever.
you got a baby or whatever. I'm thinking of Michael.
Or maybe it's
'Cause
just
that
a
was a
demon,
movie
like
with John Travolta.
Gazriel or something. I don't know. Just make up a demon name. Anyway, it comes to Earth, fallen, and John knows, and it passes from body to body, and through bump into it, and this demon spirit occupies everybody, and then Denzel Washington kind of catches on that this serial killer is a spirit from hell or something, and then he tries to. It's a really good detective whodunit, but then also with a supernatural twist, and then John Goodman's in it. And
Well, talking about Denzel too, the main character, the main character in this movie, the younger brother, he's played by the artist boy painter kid from The Equalizer 2. Did you ever see The Equalizer 2?
Artist boy painter kid.
Yeah.
I saw The Equalizer. It's been
The second one?
Yeah, I did. Well, not the sequel. Second
Oh
one.
man, the second one.
You saw it in the theater.
I did
That came out just a couple years ago, didn't it?
last year.
Yeah, I didn't see that one yet.
I think last year, maybe a year
Old
before.
Denzel. But anyway, that's all right. Well, yeah, I guess that's what's in theaters. You can check it out.
Yeah, Captive State was not
Not that
entertaining.
captivating.
Yeah, definitely not a captive audience through that one.
Well, bummer.
And it's another movie where if you've seen the trailer, you definitely caught all the spoilers for the movie. And you see every instance of the aliens that you get to see.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's how they get. That's how they get those butts in seats. Because that's what it's about. Butts in seats. That's what they need you to do. Get that money. Get that.
They
money,
did
get that
have
money,
kind
get
of a creative idea for the aliens where they wear this suit made out of hair, and it looks like weird wet hair, and it turns into spikes.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's like Ring, but with hair.
Yeah, like Sadako, she could turn her hair into spikes and stab people.
That sounds cool.
They didn't use it
Can you
enough
do
to make
that?
it. No, they didn't use it enough to make it interesting.
Your hair's long enough to turn into spikes and get people.
There's a couple of fighting games where characters' hair turns into spikes,
I know. I've played them.
like Darkstalkers or something.
Samurai Showdown 2. I think
Really?
there's a character that yeah.
I don't recall anyone Samurai
We're just
Showdown.
gonna have to figure it out. Remember. Hey, do you want your present or not?
Yeah.
There.
What
There's
is
your
it?
Present.
Oh,
It's
snap.
upside down.
Dude, check that out. Elvira. That's sick.
Yeah, they're pins for your biker jacket.
Nice. Dude, yeah, the Elvira's going on there for sure. And you got a pentagram with chains.
It's the steering wheel to her car.
Yeah, the car from the movie.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Limited a dish.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, those are sold out everywhere. You can't even get them anymore.
Well, that's super rad.
Hell yeah. Gifts. Prezzies. Captain Marvel versus Captivity. I didn't see Captive State, but you've seen them both. What do you think?
Well, Captain Marvel is a attempt at 90s nostalgia and cash in on Marvel, but there's no substance to that film whatsoever. At least with Captive State, they attempted to portray originality by copying everything that's been in sci-fi for the last 15 years, but stirring it together, and they just lost all the flavor in there somewhere. So
Lost all the flavor.
I would rather watch Captive State than Captain Marvel.
Dude,
but-
sweaty boob air freshener. I don't know if that's a marketable idea. Is that what black ice smells like at AutoZone?
I don't know.
You've seen. Everybody has black ice.
Reach out to Cassandra Peterson. She owns everything Elvira and Elvira name and related. So she's the one that makes all the decisions on products for Elvira related stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you want to do the box office roundup? Because it is
Yeah.
about that time. We're going to do the box office roundup for March 15th through 17th, 2019. We are going to go through the top 10 movies in America right now. We're going to start with number 10, work our way to number 1, tell you what they made versus their, what their current domestic gross is, and we'll discuss. So we're going to start with number 10. Number 10, of course, still unbelievably in theaters. It's still out there in about 1,300 theaters nationwide, even though it's been technically in release for almost 18 weeks. Green Book coming out from Universal, bringing in $1.2 million this week. Budget of $23 million, has brought in over $82 million in its little bitty run there.
I saw that it was catching a bunch of flack here recently online, though.
Yeah, because now that people are watching it,
Where a lot of black audiences were not happy with that movie.
No.
And the way it was written and the way the characters. So.
Nope. There's a lot of angry people about Green Book, but
Good thing it was already as successful as it was.
Yeah, there you go. It's already made its money and Oscars, and we can move on and forget all about it and make the same mistake again in about 2 years. All right, number 9, Alita: Battle Angel from Fox, bringing in $1.9 million in its 5th weekend release. $170 million budget has brought it up to $81 million domestically, which is pretty terrible.
Oh yeah, we gotta again get the clapping meme going, and it's like, quit making live action anime.
Just stop doing it. Although it did make $312 million nationwide, or excuse me, in the foreign market, bringing its worldwide total up to $394 million, which is still, it's a return, but on a $170 million budget movie worldwide, 320 is not a great number. So there you go. Number 8, The Lego Movie Part 2, the second part from Warner Brothers, bringing in $2.1 million in its 6th weekend release, bringing it up to $101 million. Number 7, opening up, debuting at number 7, Captive State. Ooh, number 7 debut from Focus. That ain't good.
Well, in the trailer, you don't really, you get about the same bland mixture.
You just don't know. You're just like, where is this going?
So it hasn't been heavily marketed at all, and it's tough to tell what it's even about. And it turns out, it's just like...
Well, in the trailer wasn't mysterious enough to make me want to know more.
No, and a lot of the scenes in the trailer, they go through afterward, and they added aliens into it. So in the movie, you get to see things that you didn't see in the trailer that might have made the trailer seem more interesting. But, it's pretty much what you get.
Oh, wow.
There's one revelation at the very end of the movie where you're like, oh, well, okay. And then that's all you get.
Well, it's pretty bad when the number 6 movie in America is also debuting, opening up at number 6, but only in 472 theaters nationwide. Just to give you some perspective, Captive State opened in 2,500 theaters nationwide, but it's No Manches Frida 2, and it brought in $3.8 million, bringing it just slightly up enough to beat Captive State in its opening weekend with $3.8 million. So, wow, doing all right there. But not doing as well as number 5, which is Tyler Perry's Medea's A Family Funeral from Lionsgate, bringing in another $7.8 million in its 3rd weekend release, $58.8 million domestically. See, before he was fired, wasn't James Gunn supposed to be the main guy for Marvel?
I don't think so.
Replace the Russos. I don't know, but hey, he's back, so he's making Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So maybe he's in it to win it. We'll see. I don't know.
I don't know about making him main guy.
No,
for the big movies.
Yeah, they'll find somebody else by that point. Somebody they can mold, someone they can shape, someone they can control, because it's Disney. And all the movies, all of them are the same. All of them are boring and bland and laser fists and flying around and shooting a bad guy and hitting Super Saiyan at the end of the movie and winning. Like, God. Ugh. Number 4, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World from Universal, bringing in $9.2 million, keeping it in the number 4 spot with $135 million domestic gross in its 4th weekend in release, up against a $129 million budget. So
it's money back.
It is crossed the line. Number 3, 5 Feet Apart. What is this? That's the movie about that disease and the 2 teenagers falling in love.
Yeah.
Lionsgate bringing in $13.1 million in its opening weekend, so doing pretty well for a little indie love flick. Number 2, surprisingly opening up at number 2, is Wonder Park, doing fairly well for itself from Paramount, bringing in $15.8 million in the box office in its opening weekend. And that leaves, of course, the number 1 movie in America, to no one's surprise, for the 2nd weekend release, making all of the money. Everyone's like, it's just making so much money. This is all the money. It's like, yeah, but nothing else has come out in a month because they didn't want to compete. This was strategic, you guys. And Captain Marvel from Buena Vista bringing in $67 million again this weekend in its 2nd release, bringing it up to $264 million domestically, a world worldwide total of $760 million. It's going to hit the $1 billion club probably in the next 2 weeks. And read the reviews. Almost nobody likes it. Like, and we're still going, well, you know, it's Marvel, so we have to. We just have to.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it's a strong female character, so we can't be too mean about it. And it's like...
Oh, have you seen the one where it's the meme and the girl shows up and she's like, I'm Captain Marvel and I want to be here because I'm the strong female character. And the rest of the Avengers are standing there like, oh, cool. Yeah, we have like 3 of those. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
And it's like,
Yeah.
what do you have going for you? 90s nostalgia will not carry through now that your time lap is over.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
as soon as that Wonder Woman 80s movie shows up,
Oh, dude.
everyone's going to be about that.
Everybody likes Wonder Woman better. And she's actually in, like, does all of her own stunts, is in way better, like, physical shape to be doing a movie like that.
Oh, yeah. Gal Gadot is way cooler.
Oh, she's so cool. And plus, like, throw all that, like, cool nostalgia that everybody gets a big old hard-on for, so then it'd be double hard-ons.
Yo, I just thought of something that would be sick for this movie, and I should have been the writer on it, too, just like Aladdin.
The Rock flying a bee.
No, but The Rock could show up in it, and that would be sweet. So since it's like Wonder Woman in the 80s, have her walk into the club that Apollonia walked into, and Prince and the Revolution are on stage, and Wonder Woman is Apollonia.
Dude.
And Morris Day sees her, and he's like, ha ha!
Oh. Okay, Google, play Nasty Girl.
All right, Nasty Girl by the Notorious B.I.G.
No, not that one. Play Nasty Girl by Vanity. Okay, Google, play Vanity's Nasty Girl.
Okay, playing Nasty Girl beat. Diddy, Nelly, Jagged Edge, and Avery Storm.
No!
Dude,
Okay,
but-
Google, no.
Why are you trying to play a Vanity song when we're talking about Apollonia? It's the other girl from the other movie.
I know, but I like this song because it makes me think of Prince-produced female lead hot tracks.
Well, you know what?
I'm okay
Just
with this one, though.
real quick, Vince, with the 5 feet apart, parenthetical, The Fault in Our Stars 2. The Fault in Our Stars 2 times the sick. Right? Because
Yeah.
you got both sick kids instead
So-
of just the one.
I'm just thinking Gal Gadot, doors open.
Yeah, walks in with the
She's
Wonder
like-
Woman thing.
She got her gauntlets on. She's just like,
Oh.
chang, chang, chang.
Yeah, she could totally do like a, oh,
And she a nasty girl.
hold on. What's the name of Wonder Woman from the TV show? Linda Carter.
Yeah,
she
Linda
could do like
Carter.
the Linda Carter, like, and then spin in the circles.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Tonight. Like,
Yeah.
she goes out to the floor and she's like dancing.
She's a Wonder Girl.
And spins in circles.
I'm a Wonder Girl. Yeah. This also sounds like a karaoke version, but
You know what movie?
Yeah.
You know what movie does have Vanity in it and is super sick and never gets old and is one of the best movies of all time?
are you talking about, I don't know, let me think. The Last Dragon?
Yeah, for sure. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, you got the glow.
Who's the
When you got the
baddest?
glow, your mind's made up when you got the glow.
Oh, yeah.
You're feeling tough when you got the glow. Something. Your body's
Yeah. Goes
When you
just like
feel the
that.
glow, you got the glow. You got to know. Beat the bow, back a bow. Yeah, something like that.
Gotta glow to go to go.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Oh, shout out.
Boom,
If you've never watched The Last Dragon, or at least listened to the soundtrack, do it.
Boom.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was perfect. Actually, that sounds just like that song. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing for all you guys that are listening on the web stream. The reason we. There it is.
Emily Blunt as Captain Marvel,
Vince is wrong. Vince is wrong. Everybody thumbs down on his comment because 80s music, you're just listening to some and it's awesome, my guy. Yeah. Here it goes.
dude, I want to be Shogun Shonuff with the glow in my hands.
Dude, the 80s music. Bow, 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 bow.
Yeah, movie and album produced by Barry Gordy because Barry Gordy wanted to have a movie with a funky soundtrack. So they made a movie about Bruce Leroy.
Your mind, body, and soul must be one. Yeah.
It's a sacrifice. It takes hard work. It's a way of life.
All right.
Dude, it's the best.
Need to cut it before we get copyright infringed. But one of the reasons that we talk about music so much is like for those of you that are just tuning in freshly to our new web stream, like and subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, if you want to sing us, or if you want to see
you wanna
us,
sing us.
if you want to see us and hear us sing more Barry Gordy produced awesome movie soundtracks.
Yeah. Well, the original drive-in speaker box, which I want to say we started airing this thing in 2006, 2007. I was talking about it here earlier before we started the show. This makes like episode 650 something that we've done of the drive-in speaker box. Yeah, we're up here in numbers. But it was all based on film scores originally. And since it was a radio program, and it was a lot less talking, a lot more film scoring, soundtracking, and talking about music and movie music and how music affects people in the theater and on screen. And then, of course, it just turned into a big movie review show. And now that we're live streaming, we can't play any music because then we're going to get copyright infringed. So, yeah, it's going to be weird. But anyway, that was your box office roundup. That was the top 10 movies in America.
I can't even comprehend hating 99% of 80s music.
I think that's just because he hasn't heard 99% of, like...
You know, watch Teen Wolf. Watch...
Lost Boys.
Yeah. Watch The Last Dragon, like we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Watch Purple Rain.
You should sell tours of the studio. Control that. Yeah, we can sell it. Sell VIP exclusive backstage
We need to
passes.
compile just a list of movies with sweet 80s soundtracks.
Dudes, I mean, anything with Chuck Norris in it. Like any Alan Silvestri, like, Back to the Future. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. The power of love.
See, that's the one that everyone always remembers, and that's the one that's touted and put out there all the time. Yeah, but Back in Time is the better song.
Gotta get back in time.
Yeah. It has the six saxophone.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Gotta go back in time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
that's
course.
the better of the two.
Yeah. And do you know what even has great 80s music? Like great 80s music? Mannequin. Fight me. Y'all remember Mannequin?
Oh, you know what has sick 80s tunes? Splash.
It does, though. Those are good.
Well, yeah, but it's like...
But, I mean, Mannequin, like, that movie was
What about this weird movie where this guy falls in love with something he shouldn't have sex with, and then he totally has sex with it, but then it goes back to being like it was, and he's like, I sexed that thing.
Is that a genre of movie we just discovered? Because both Splash and Mannequin fit that criteria.
Yeah, there's several movies in the 80s like that.
Where the dude is just like, I'm going to have sex with this inanimate object, and then it's going to come alive.
Well, not inanimate, because, I mean, the
well,
mermaid was
okay,
not,
I guess that's a fish, but...
Yeah. Throw Big in there, too, because Tom Hanks being a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
What are you doing sex with a grown woman, 13-year-old?
You can't do sex with a grown-ass lady.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. I
With
get top
your,
bunk.
with your bunk beds.
Yeah.
And your chopstick and keyboards.
Yeah, did you not hear us talk about them remaking Splash on this show, Vince? Do you not remember? Oh, what's up, Carl? Yeah, dude, Big is weird. Big is like...
I've gotten uncomfortable watching Big since
yeah.
I was like 13,
Dude,
14. I was
like when you start thinking about that movie and you're like, dude, what if 13-year-old me like totally boinked like my friend's mom?
Wow.
Like,
okay.
Weird. Because, I mean, think about it.
That's not what happens in that movie.
But that's how old she is. Like, she's that age. And then at the end, when she realizes what has happened, when he's like walking down that street, like that totally 80s...
way too baggy.
Yeah, and then she's like, oh, so he was a 13-year-old boy I had sex with after all.
Yeah,
Can't wait for him to grow up.
Hey.
It's me. Yeah, it's me. Oops. Oops. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, weird. Oh man.
Dude, but he got a sweet job just by being a kid.
He did. He did get a sweet job.
I played with Legos and Transformers and Hot Wheels and whatnot.
That was so every
where's
kid.
my sweet
every
toy
kid that
job?
grew up watching Big was just like, dude, I can do that job, and I'm gonna.
Also,
and
R.I.P. Penny
yeah, there
Marshall.
it is. Josh Baskin.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. Yeah, yeah, there it is. There
Oh,
it is.
oh.
Look at him. I mean, he looks like a 13-year-old boy about to have sex with that woman. Like, it's gross. It's wrong. Josh Baskin.
Wait, go back to the one of his child face right there.
Yeah,
in the middle.
in the middle part.
Yeah.
David
Oh,
Moscow.
That was me watching Big. Yeah. When I was big enough to.
I still want a Zoltar machine, and I'm gonna buy a Zoltar machine one day. The song when he's aiming the quarter in the Zoltar's mouth is like one of the creepiest, coolest songs ever. Speaking of soundtracks, but anyway, did someone think that you were making a handicap joke?
I don't think so.
Yeah. No, but that's funny.
Clearly stated that his clothes were too big for him.
His clothes are too big. Anyway, all right.
I wasn't the one that touched your titty. It was the one-armed man. That's not how it was. It wasn't like The Fugitive all of a sudden.
Oh, man. Well, all right. Well, that's our show. We both got other jobs that we got to go to. If you want to come and have a beer with us later, you can check the grip over at Smoking Barrel Tavern, and then I'm going to be over here at Pinpoint chilling out. So, again, next week might see us or whatever other scraps are left around to check out, or maybe I'll see if I can get my hands on some screener copies of some South by Southwest fodder and talk to you guys about that. So, yeah.
You know what else? Next Monday, I should have some very exciting pictures.
Oh, yeah, next Monday. Yeah, check out our Instagram.
Oh,
we have
an
Instagram. It's at Drive-In Speakerbox.
Perfect.
And we're going to be posting pictures with some celebrities we're going to be hanging out with this weekend. And we're going to hit the road for Texas. And we will be back next Monday, all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed to talk more movies. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe at the Drive-In Speakerbox on your Facebook, at the Drive-In Speakerbox on YouTube. And we will see you guys next week. Yeah.